welcome to the Intrepid Wanderers in the land of Madera. I don't know what episode we're on, but it's one of them. We're going to check out our World Anvil page. I don't know if Janfire had a moment to join yet because I sent him the link, but it's pretty cool. Don't forget the maps are super interactive, at least 2 of them. Those are the ones I set up. Maybe in my 2-week little mini break, I'll actually get to add some more stuff to the page because it's super cool. So yeah, we have our World Anvil page. Definitely, if you're looking at making a page, World Anvil, super cool. We also have our YouTube site. We're still a couple episodes behind, but I have been working on catching up. So we are, we're on episode 38 online. So I think we're like 2 episodes behind. And we have 8 subscribers. So, if you're looking for somewhere to subscribe, you could subscribe to our YouTube. Or you could follow us on the Twitter. I know that Isaac is definitely working really hard at finding some more Twitter people, right, Isaac?
I was doing that this week?
Yeah, that's your job this week.
Oh.
What job did you do?
I thought I was working on sales again.
Oh.
No, it's back. No, we were only doing that for like 1 week.
But did you sell anything?
Do we have stuff to sell?
Oh, yeah. What do we have to sell?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yes.
Oh, okay.
We
That's
say
the
that
best stuff.
we say that we do, and then someday someone's actually gonna find our YouTube and then go, wait, they don't actually sell stuff.
Right.
They don't actually have anything.
Yes. So we pretend. So
Okay.
Yeah. And Janelle's in charge of that department. But I don't know. So does that mean, Isaac, that you sold some stuff?
Oh yeah, I sold so much stuff.
What'd you sell? What's really hot in the store?
People are really going for those things. Just that one item is like sold out all the time.
Oh
I just can't.
Did we sell out 100% of the items that we have?
Actually, yes. Everything is sold out. There's actually nothing in stock right now.
Oh, that's a fail. We're going to have to definitely get on that one. Now that we have Janfire here, we can have somebody working on the financials of the... we can be like, how's the financials doing?
As well as they were last week.
Oh, good, right? But with Christmas sales, I feel like we should be doing better. But
well, we haven't accounted for those yet. The month hasn't ended.
Fair. All right. That's fair. Kai Fury, do you have any other sales that you've sold upon?
No, I've been working on restocking since Teddy apparently did such a fabulous job.
Wow. All right. Well, it's good to hear that we've definitely been, keeping our social media life alive because that's what's gonna make us internet famous. So we're not just in this for the the excitement. We're in this for the internet glory.
That's what I hear all good D&D games are about.
Right? The internet glory, not for the game or the fun or the getting.
Yeah. You're just there to become famous on the internet.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, if people can be famous for playing whatever that game is, Minecraft, and blowing up people's houses, then I feel like we can be internet famous. We just have to be funnier or something. All right, so...
Which we absolutely are not. We're super serious 100% of the time.
Oh, yeah. Super serious. That's us. Let's see. Where we left off, seems like you had just reached Iso Moreno, and Kaifir remembered that you were at the Sour Weasel Inn, which had quite the listing of food and items. Feel like you ate. I don't know if you finally went to bed or not, but we'll just say you're eating some dinner. Thanks. But it has been a long travel, so I'm assuming you might. I don't know. I don't want to make choices for your life.
I've already forgotten why we came here.
That doesn't surprise me.
That sounds awkward.
We're here so we can stop Isaac.
Okay, well, yeah, that's usually the goal. Like right now, that's usually the goal, but I forgot why we came to this particular town.
We came to this particular town so that we could get into the ISC, right, Sarah?
Yes, the ISC. That's the
Yes.
C. That's
To try
Mhm.
to try and find weapons against Isaac that might be sunk below the sea.
That hit some memories. I think I'm starting to remember.
Because I feel like you're lying to me.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I bet we could just beat up now with the weapons we have.
It's a
Wait.
vampire.
Beat up Isaac, the vampire.
Oh,
Or do you mean
Yeah.
Isaac the player? Because there's two different.
I was going with Isaac the vampire.
Oh well, I can't really
no.
say anything because I don't know. I haven't met him. The other two probably could.
Yeah, he's pretty tough. He's a pretty tough dude. We've met him once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did that not fare well?
I mean, we lived.
But he didn't really fight back, you know?
No.
Yeah.
I think we like punched him and he laughed at us.
Yeah, and then he kind of did a.
And then he
Turned
kind
into
of turned
mist.
into bats and disappeared.
Was it bats or was it mist? I feel like it was mist, but
I
whatever.
don't remember.
I think I've always read that they turn into bats.
I think it depends.
So he
on...
was
all-
afraid of you and left.
What was that?
He was afraid of you and left.
And,
Somehow I doubt
I
that.
don't think so because then he came back with an army of zombies.
Was it
And
zombies?
has taken over half the
So,
world.
so maybe he was afraid of us and then he went to go get his army and
Oh.
then he came back. So
Okay. Fair enough.
And is apparently now taking hostages. That's the other thing we're trying to do. Is free hostages.
Hmm.
And we don't know where they are.
and get the band back together.
Stop trying to make the band a thing. It's not going to be a thing.
It's definitely already a thing.
It's not.
Stop thinking it's not already a thing.
I know it's not a thing.
A band of artists? I mean, were we drawing
Uh,
things?
A band of musicians, because we're all musicians here.
But we're not.
Which is awkward because I haven't learned. I don't actually know many instruments. It wasn't really a thing for me growing up.
Well, I mean, you're just kind of like a person that's traveling with us.
I was
To be
gonna
honest
say, I
with you.
totally just forgot that Sarah was actually playing somebody for a moment, so I thought she was serious for a minute.
Yes, I wasn't really looking to join your adventuring group. I just, it seemed like
Our band, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't looking. I guess I'm like the guest singer or something, but it's just more that I am well in water situations, so seemed like a good.
Which will be good.
Oh yeah, Janfire, can you swim? How good are you at swimming?
It's not really a skill I have. So I guess we may find out at some point.
I feel like
Oh, boy.
swimming is like a con, unless you've set something up that says that you you're afraid of water or something. There's like a
No.
constitution or strength or something. There's a thing.
Well, if it's
Well-
Constitution, I may be okay, but
To hold your breath is constant. Or how long?
might be
I believe
strength
how
based.
long you can hold your breath is
Un-
determined by your constitution.
That's correct. It might be
But-
swimming is strength.
Yes.
okay. Well, I'm okay. Just okay.
I think.
What time did we get to this town? Like night? It was
It's like
nighttime,
It
wasn't
nighttime,
was
it?
like
yes.
dinner time.
I feel like the other question, if I've interpreted your situation correctly, is can you breathe underwater?
I can
That's
be
not a
crab.
problem.
Oh, right, you
Yeah,
have the-
Janfire, how long can you hold your breath for?
I'm unsure.
Doesn't Teddy have the ring of water breathing?
Because, like, I think we're just going to tie a couple rocks to your feet and throw you under so that you can find the weapons.
Wow.
Weapons are underwater?
Yeah.
I think that's what we read. Well, I mean, I didn't read it. Kyphira probably read it.
Oh.
I feel like you haven't told Genfire the full story.
Yeah, I'm unaware of these facts.
Yeah, I think the vampire fighting weapons are at the bottom of the sea, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they are. Supposedly.
I don't know how much you know about this area at all, but the ISC was once a series of smaller islands and like lakes, or a lake that had several large masses and islands in it, and during the event, when the Lake of the Trace Warriors was created, it overflew the ISC, so that many of these towns and cities and islands were sunken in the water and became one large ocean. So there are many things that can be found underneath the water. That is what they say. I mean, there definitely are sunken and treasures from cities, I guess, depending on what you interpret as treasure. It could be an old painting or some art, like that could also be treasure.
In this case, we're specifically looking for vampire killing weapons.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be like a big sign that says vampire killing weapons are found here.
You never know.
Swim down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember why there were vampire killing weapons in the sea?
Yeah, there were some special warriors that... I had this sort of written down.
I don't think I actually wrote it.
I forgot what their group was called, though.
I don't
feel
know
like
if
it's
they had
on
a name.
World Anvil.
I feel like the individuals
Maybe they
had
didn't.
names.
Yeah, the individuals definitely had
I feel like the
names.
individuals
Yeah, because
had
wasn't
names.
there a Noah?
I feel like there was
a
a Noah. No, wait. I'm gonna have to go back and check my histories, because I feel like some of them were the ones that fought with the woman in the cave that you found back with the Pirate King.
The choke.
Bossy Bushy Bushy the Bard.
Yeah, there was some
Turn-
people with the bard, and then
no,
there
wait.
were some people who fought the.
Wait, yeah, Bushy Bushy was a bard. I know that's not his real name, but that's what I wrote down.
I feel like somewhere in there was a Henry. I feel like the ones that defeated
There was a Henry and a Noah.
the Isaac, the ones that defeated Isaac, or the vampire from old, were one of them was a Henry.
I had some of this written down. Where did it go?
Anyway, so I guess I'm only here for the water adventure. Seemed like a fun time to me.
I can guard the top of the water.
That could also be helpful.
I mean, oh, and my carrier pigeon will make noises for us. That's what she does.
Oh, what? You can't guard at the top of the water.
I feel
Someone should stay behind and guard the boat.
someone,
Yeah,
unless
I
you
can
have a
sit
way
in the
for
boat
them
and try
to
to-
swim or breathe under the water.
Yeah, of course I do. Here you go, Janfire, and I pull out a ring, and I give it to him, and I say, "Here, this is a ring of water breathing. It'll just let you breathe underwater, and then you don't have to guard the boat anymore.
And what
That
will
means you have to guard the boat. I don't like that idea.
I don't know if I want that ring.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think you do.
I think he does.
I haven't taken the ring yet.
She's sitting on the table just like, no, and I don't want the ring.
I don't like that.
Oh, I don't want that ring. It's got cooties. Did we have room arrangements, or I don't know? It seems fairly.
I think we did get rooms.
Did we get rooms?
I'm pretty sure we've already gotten rooms.
All right. Well, are you gonna hang out at all? Teddy, are you going to perform? I hear that you perform music and other bard type things.
No, you should definitely entertain us.
Yeah, there should be some entertainment.
Entertainment.
You can show off your instrument skills.
Right?
Are you not entertained by me just being here?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess I could play a tune or two.
Roll performance.
Oh, please don't be bad. 23.
Great. You play a rousing song. Everyone's pretty impressed and excited, and you get them all going, and they.
Oh,
cheer
I
you
just thought
on.
I was playing for us.
Well, you're sitting at the table. What are you gonna do? Just really quietly pick at your thing? You gonna sing a little song? What are you doing there, Teddy?
Oh, did you put up the dome and so people can't see us, but doesn't the sound still get out?
Plus,
No, I
it'd be
didn't put
awkward.
up the
We're
dome.
We're in a
I-
tavern.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird to have just like a 10-foot dome that nobody else can. Or I guess people that are under it can, but then other people can't. It'd be weird. It'd be weird. I wouldn't do that.
Super weird. All right. Well, I guess Teddy entertains us.
I'd probably just play something at the table, but it's not like
Well,
I'm playing for everybody in the tavern, but I'm just playing it at the table.
you play at the table, and because you played so well, people are just like, "Whoa!" and they want you to play again. And a couple people drop off some money at your feet, and actually the tavern people are like, "Sir, if you'd like to play for the group, we have a thing up here, but." If you're playing at your table, it's kind of interrupting the people who are actually performing, and it's a little bit awkward. So, if you, just, maybe not at your table.
I mean,
If you want to play for the group, it's fine. We are looking for someone to start a sing-along.
a sing-along.
Yeah,
That sounds right up your alley.
where you sing songs and then people sing with you and stuff. That's what we're looking for.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't really. My singing's terrible. It's awful.
You really don't want him to sing, it just makes your ears bleed
Yeah,
when he sings.
That's fairly awkward.
I've heard people have died from my singing.
That's pretty okay. Well, just.
But I mean, I could play and everyone else could sing.
I mean, if
I could do that. I could play some
uh-huh.
songs that people know.
I'm just saying, if
I'd-
you want to play, join up with the band so that we can get we're not competing songs.
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
Right. All right. Well, Florin,
Guys, you got me in trouble with the tavern.
Isaac, is your singing like the Vogon's poem reading?
That's hilarious because he probably doesn't get
Bogons?
He doesn't
Vogons.
get that reference at all.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I haven't really seen that movie.
Oh.
It's actually a
Never
book.
mind.
It started as a book.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
the
if you are
book.
familiar with that term.
Well, okay, but how are you supposed to know what something sounds like in a book?
Because they describe it.
Because they clearly say it's the worst poem reading in the galaxy. Like it's literally killed people.
Yeah, that's basically my singing.
His singing summons demons.
No, that's not true. Why would you ever say something like that?
Because I witnessed it happen.
That's wholly a fabrication. Fabricated.
It's so not. And you know it.
I mean, Volgons are only the third worst in the galaxy, so if you're going, maybe your first worst, I don't know. Anyways, so you make shenanigans. I'm assuming you guys stay up, go to bed. You guys going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to bed.
Sleep for the night.
Yeah, probably sleep. I mean, I haven't cased any shops yet. We haven't gone to any shops yet. So how am I supposed to know which shops have anything?
Right, that's fair. All right, so who wakes up the earliest? I know it's not Teddy.
Probably Kythera.
All right.
So I only need the 4 hours.
All right. So y'all kind of like, trudge downstairs. Kythera's there always first. I don't know how Florin wakes up. I don't know where Janfire, if he's a night owl or...
Well, Janfire needed a pretty good rest, so...
Yeah.
He got pretty beat up in that last fight,
oh,
so...
Right. He got a full 8. He needs his full 8 hours then.
Yeah.
Alright, well... morning happens. Y'all come downstairs. And the bartender is like, oh! I need a thing. Sorry, I forgot. I just needed a one more thing.
Probably the birds that wakes Janfire up in the morning, so it's the bird going...
True. Happy Winter's Crest to you, and it's I don't know how Winter's Crest. I think I stole, so it's a horrible name, but I'll come up with a better one.
Are we back downstairs? Probably.
Yeah, you're back downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning. Come downstairs.
Order some food, some breakfast.
Wow, Winter's Crest came early this year. I didn't think it was nearly winter time yet.
I mean, you've been traveling for a while, so you wouldn't even know. But I'm gonna call it fantasy holidays. Okay, I'm gonna call it happy festival of light. Today's the day, when the 3 suns are the farthest from the world, from our perspective, and it's a celebration day today. So today as a special, we have eggs, pancakes, bacon, sausage, bacon pancakes. We have some fruit and teas and ales if you'd like any of that. There's also some festivities today in town at the Lord's house if you'd like to attend those.
Is this a big town or?
Yes, it is actually quite a large city. It's a port city, so it is
Okay.
spread out. Also, I don't know how familiar you are with our town, but the
No,
lower
no.
section, because it's built on the mountain, the end of a mountain range. So the ground section is all the ports and a lot of the factories and some of the more casual like inns and taverns that you'll come upon are down on the lower docks area, and there are a couple little tiers that go up, and some of those house different areas within the town, and then the farthest up is where the Lord lives, the Lord and Lady, and other city officials. That's the most fortified, so that's higher up on the mountain, a little bit more well guarded and a little bit harder to get to. But still
You have
today
a
passable, very passable today.
of like an adventurer's fare of food that you can bring us?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can bring you for 3 silver pieces. I can kind of just give you a hodgepodge of all the stuff that you'd like with extra bacon.
Great. That sounds great.
All right.
And some tea.
Yes. We can definitely do that. So they bring over all the good foods and stuff. There you go.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else gonna eat. I'm just gonna eat on my own.
Well, no, I'm assuming this was like a big enough for everybody platter. Oh.
Oh, okay. Great.
It was like a group platter. Yeah, no. I guess apparently everyone's stuffing their face. So did anyone have ideas, plans for the day?
Anyone have what?
Look, she's got this tea's really good. Plans. Did you have a strategy for the day?
No, not yet.
Is there? I mean, what kind of? I mean, what's a good place to go shopping, or some books, or?
Are you asking the guy, like the barber?
Yeah, the owner.
Well,
yeah.
Typically, I would have several suggestions for you, but unfortunately, because of the holiday, everything's closed. So everyone's up at the Lord's house for the gathering and the festival. There are some trinkets and things for sale up there that vendors are selling, but for the most part, all the excitement in town is up there.
Okay.
Just a general, holiday get-together, festival thing, gathering.
Well, who else thinks that would be the most boringest place to go to and that we shouldn't go there at all?
I mean,
Well,
I feel like we have to kill time until we can go shopping to prepare for our...
I mean, unless you have a better idea, Teddy, about what to do for today.
And that doesn't include you sitting and reading that book.
It's a very good book.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We've gone to one fair already. What's the worst that could happen?
I haven't been to a fair.
The last time we were at a fair, that's when the vampire showed up with his zombie army. That's
quite awkward. Yes. I mean, we could go for
Yeah.
a swim.
We could do that.
That's about all I got is swimming.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing if I could pick up another wild shape, other than a crab. I feel like that has.
Oh, I have many animal based wild shapes. That's mostly what I wild shape as. But I don't know that that's really gonna kill a whole day.
No, probably not. We could always check out the festival. As long as somebody doesn't sing, we should be fine. And as she's making that statement, she's just like glaring at Teddy, like, no.
Really?
Isn't there usually lots of singing that occurs at a festival?
As long as it's not Teddy doing the singing, we're fine.
I'm just concerned that he might.
As long as Teddy doesn't get drunk, we'll be fine.
Okay. So that's the don't let him drink.
Well, really, it's don't let me sing.
Well, the drinking has seemingly led to the singing, if I remember correctly. Which led to a demon. Which then later on, vampire.
Wow. Teddy hasn't been visited in a while either. Whew. That just reminds me. Anyway,
What hasn't been visited in a while?
Teddy hasn't been visited in a while.
No.
Someday that will make sense. Maybe today. I don't know.
I love it when Teddy gets visited. As he's sitting there going, oh shit.
Yeah, he's just like, what is she gonna do to me? Why do I put in this game with her? I don't even like her. Who is she? I don't know this lady. Alright. I mean, are we gonna... You finished breakfast.
We can go to the...
Y'all finished breakfast. There you go. Done. What are you doing?
We could go check out the festival.
To the Lord's house?
Yes. In which you'll behave yourself.
Obviously, of course.
Promise me you'll behave yourself.
I promise I won't get in trouble.
I mean, there's 3 of us, so I feel like between the 3 of us,
Promise you won't cause trouble.
I feel like I've already promised you something for the day.
I think I can get a better promise than what you have promised me.
But it's good. I promise you I won't get in trouble.
Insight check.
That doesn't mean you won't try. Yeah.
Ooh, I got a natural 20. Teddy?
What do you mean? That's the truth. I
That's
won't
good
get in
news.
trouble. I
Eight.
myself will not get in trouble.
I got an 8.
Alright, so y'all start traveling through the city. They're like, you kind of like follow, there's a lot of crowds and like criers going like, Lady Aria will be singing at the holiday market. Goods for sale at the holiday market. So like, and there's like a pretty obvious path of people like
A singer. We could pick up a singer, guys.
right? You can kind of tell based on like what people are doing that there's obviously like where the stuff goes. So it does take you probably like an hour to get up there because like you gotta walk up some stone like stairways, like hike up, and then like there's walk through some stuff and then go up another one. So you kind of are able to eventually come out to a large like market area in front of the Lord's house. So it's not necessarily that you're going in their house. It's more like they've opened up their like, you know, courtyard and stuff and have festivities. There are
Can I try to walk in their house?
what?
Try to walk in their house. They opened up their house.
Well, I mean, you could go over to the door of their house, but there are some guards there saying, sir, the all of the festivities things are over here, and he points to all of the exciting things that are over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so people are, you know, there's a whole bunch of tents set up, with merchants offering different things for sale. There's people singing and all sorts of little pastries and people singing songs. It's very like jovial. People are happy. Little kids are running around and stuff. It's a fairly sunny day.
I forgot. Why did we come here again?
Because everything else in the town is closed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, we start walking around to different shops that are kind of set up around here. See if
Okay.
there's anything
Yep.
interesting.
I'll kind of follow along.
Okay, so the first little stop, you come to a little. It's a gnome, and his name is Wizzy Fig, and he's like, hello, spiced mulled ale, cider, beer for 5 copper if you'd like. Feels good, staves off the cold, all around. Makes you feel festive.
This other guy can only have tea, but I'll take an ale.
Oh, spiced tea, I guess I could.
Yeah. So spiced tea for him and an ale for me.
Spiced cider, that's what I have. I have some spiced cider. I don't really have. How do I spice tea? That's weird. That's just what tea is, anyways.
You're the one that said it, so.
Listen. So 5 copper
Okay.
from whoever gets drinks.
I'll pay for Teddy's too. So.
All right.
So don't even give him the option of
Wow. He's
getting
like,
the ale.
Let me just keep
He's
He's already
quick.
caught on.
right.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah. Florin gets some mulled cider as well. Yeah. The next vendor is a little halfling named Mary. Hello. I have some pastries if you'd like. They are positively scrumptious. I make them in my house. It's my favoriteest thing to do. I just spend hours making pastries and different delectable yummies. They're just so delightful. I think that you will totally enjoy them. I've also cookies and cakes.
This sounds great, but we just ate breakfast, so. But I
Oh.
think we'll be here for a while.
Okay, well I'll be here all day. To just remember they're quite yummy. Yeah, awkward. Okay, well thanks. Come back. Are you still shopping?
Somebody else wants something.
Are there any stalls with any things you can buy
Items.
besides food and
Yeah,
drink?
okay. So you come across another stall. There's a woman there. Welcome to my store. I have some fashionable knitted items for sale. Some gloves, scarves, hats, little felted animals if you'd like. Or I could knit something special for you if you'd like. That's what I do here. It's all knitted and crafted items. Is there anything special you're interested in?
What do your hats look like? I don't know, I feel that. That was just kind of cute.
She has a number of hats, and they're different kinds. So there's just the standard snow hat, and then there's one that's got some pointy. It's knitted, but it's got pointed edges. There's one that's got a long tail in the back. There's a bunch with pom poms on the ends. There's one there's a couple with ear flaps attached to it, and a little string so you could keep the ear flaps down. Trying to think what else she's got. There's all sorts of different little colors and styles of. There's a couple that look like a beret but knitted.
I'll take one of the berets, I guess.
All right, that's 1 gold piece. Actually, Florin picks out a bluish green, very long. It's knitted, but it's one of the long pointy ones that looks kind of like an elf hat, and she puts that on. She's like, "This is."
You said scarves as well, knitted.
Yes. Yes, I do have
Are they
scarves.
tight knit, loose knit, or either or?
Yeah, there's some that are more um finely knitted, very tight, and then I have this weird, very chunky, um yarn that I've been using. It's a new thing, and those are very loose scarves. They're very bulky and loose, but they wrap around. And is there
But
something?
how long are they?
Well, it's quite long. It's
Like 6 to 8 feet?
no, like maybe 6 feet.
6 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take one of those.
All right. That's also 1 gold pieces.
1 gold. Okay, and as soon as I take it and I pay for it, I smack Teddy in the butt with the.
That's
Like you do
Okay.
hilarious.
Okay, I see how it is.
Accidentally on purpose. You have to state
Yeah.
that when you do such things.
Teddy.
I would
Azure,
also
Yes.
like to buy a hat, a knitted hat.
Okay. What kind of hat would you like?
I don't know, what colors does she have?
She has all sorts of colors, but do you want one that's just pom pom on the top, just tight, loose, tight hat, or like?
I'll just take like a tight, just like a poof, just a regular,
Okay.
like a, what,
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a regular knitted,
Yes. Tight, like.
plain,
There you
yep.
Okay. What color do you want?
I don't know. We'll just get a dark colored one.
Okay, it's like a dark blackish purple.
Sure, that sounds good.
All right. Your eyes actually, Teddy, as you're buying that, you look over and you see, the next stall is selling instruments.
Oh, excellent.
Pepper's
After
just
I
like,
get my
"Oh,
hat,
no."
I go right over
Mm.
and I'm like, "Hello, sir. My bandmate here," and I pull over Janfire, is in need of a drum. He's our brand new drummer, and he needs a drum.
That
Oh.
Teddy's paying for.
That's quite entertaining. Do you frequently entertain others?
I've
With
never
music?
played a drum before.
And what about you, sir? Do you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Is
Where
it-
I got he's in my band. We have a band. We're all in a band except for this one lady. I forgot her name already. Florin. It might be. Yeah, but everyone else is in a band. We're all in a band.
Not all of us.
I would
Like
love to
me.
be in your band, Teddy.
Don't
Sir.
encourage him.
I realize he didn't say his name. I would love to join your bands. What kind of music do you play?
What kind of instrument do you play?
I play the bakalaka.
Yeah, we just don't have room for one of those. I'm sorry. It's just we kind of got that whole tonal section filled.
I don't know what that even is.
What kind of instruments does this guy sell?
Oh, well, I have a violin and a viola and a lute. I do have a set of drums and a hurdy-gurdy.
Excellent. That's what we need. Do you have a whole hurdy-gurdy too?
I don't know what the hurdy-gurdy thing is. I don't.
I'm also not gonna carry around a set of drums, so unless you're carrying it.
Well, we only need like one, like a bongo drum,
No, the hurdy-gurdy is kind of like a.
Well, it's like a
String,
stringed instrument that has a crank on it that spins across the strings, right?
Yeah.
That's like a part of it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a stringed instrument.
Oh, and the balalakia is another stringed instrument.
Yeah, see, we already have a lute player, which is me. I play the lute.
Oh.
So that whole like part is kind of got that filled. My buddy Janfire here needs some drums. What do you got for drums?
I do have this.
It has to be portable. because we need to be able to bring it from place to place.
Whoa, well, I do have this. This is a little bit more rare. It's a portable drum in the sense that it's flat. It's much flatter, and so it's a little bit more portable. So it's not a full like drum. It's you would like put it on a table or a counter to do the drumming. But it does make some good sound, so it's not quite fully the same level of sound as you might get from a portable drum, like a normal one that's strung with like leather. But it does make good sound, and could be integrated into your bands.
Probably perfect for a beginner like Janfire.
That does sound accurate. It's 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
This is a very splendid, very well crafted
How badly do you want a drum in your band?
a drum. And in
I
fact,
love Janfire.
that this is a discount. My other items are much more expensive. This is a discount for you because I like you.
How about a trade? I got some items I could trade you.
What are you looking to trade? I don't really have need for much. What do you have?
I'm sure you'd be interested in perhaps this gold clockwork toy I have.
Did I tell you how much it was worth?
Nope.
Was that recently?
I have no idea. But I definitely have it. Oh. No, wasn't this from that like side adventure?
Which one? Be more specific.
Oh, was that with the Florin and
The masterpiece. The masterpiece.
I don't remember.
You know, we went to that dude's like mansion and it was all like clockwork stuff. It was a side adventure. You weren't even playing Kyphera.
I was playing Burial, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Does that count? Should I just get rid of it?
No, you can keep it. It's fine.
Okay. Well, that's what it's from. Yeah, the guy that I got it from told me it was his masterpiece. It was his grandest creation, his most valuable item that he had crafted.
Roll persuasion.
Masterpiece. 16.
Do you have anything else you could perhaps
Made
add?
of pure gold.
Yes, I see that, but I do you have anything else you could, that might cover like 2/3 of the price.
Are you sure you don't want this solid gold clockwork toy?
Well, I'm saying that like I would take that, but you would still owe me a little bit more.
Okay, well, I guess.
I mean, what's a third of 50 gold? Skippy.
36.
No, a third?
Oh, a
of
third?
50. A third of 50.
Oh, sorry. 16.
So it would be like another 16 gold.
Would you be interested in an autograph of the great bard Turnald.
I have heard of the Great Bard Turnald. How would you have come across his autograph?
Would you be interested in one?
I would be interested, sure, yes.
Would it cover the rest of the cost?
If you could validate that that's from...
Would it cover the whole cost?
No. It would cover...
Okay, well, I don't have one, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh my goodness. This is why these games take forever.
I put the clockwork toy back in the bag of holding. I'm just like, okay, well, I have this gem here. It's worth 50 gold. We can just make a deal.
Oh, all right. Yes, sure. I will accept that. So they take the gem. You get the weird drum kit. Let's call it portable.
Call it a tambourine.
Kit. Call it a portable drum kit.
Could be a tambourine though. Tambourine is kind of like what you described.
Yeah, except for it doesn't necessarily. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
He could have goofed me. He could have been like, huh, I'll say it's a drum and it's actually a tambourine.
So I have a small... Oh, wait, no, I'm making Teddy carry it for me.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the bag of holding. No big deal.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Next vendor.
Right?
Look, Teddy's always looking for a good deal, okay?
Teddy is ridiculous.
As you're walking around, there's someone shouting, "Performance at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the main..."
What time is it now?
It's time for you to get watch. In the main, gathering area.
And I yell back, what time is it now?
It's like 11.
Okay, so that's like 3 hours. Thanks, that's nice to know. Could just said performance in 3 hours.
Teddy, be nice.
Performance
I hit
in
Teddy
3
with
hours. Aria Cavatina, famous.
See, doesn't that make way more sense?
Angelic voice. Everyone should come listen to the performance in 3 hours, or at 2, whichever makes sense to you.
See, now it's so much easier because I can just check my wrist-mounted sundial here and know exactly when 3 hours is going to be.
Right.
You had a wrist-mounted sundial, and you didn't already know what time it was?
No, I thought that was the joke, is that I don't have a wrist-mounted sundial.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you all, there's like other games and activities, and people come up and talk to you.
Yeah, what kind of games are going on?
I didn't prep any games, but
You didn't prep any games?
Because
Some goofy games?
Oh my gosh, I probably have a thing, but then I'd have to go through and find it.
Is there some jousting going on?
I mean, there's jousting you can watch.
Can we bet on it?
Yeah, sure, you can bet on it. So there's a jousting game. Jousting. Sir, Frumpykins versus Lord Snarkbutt. Take your bets now. Bets being taken.
I'm gonna bet. Is this like in a big arena?
No, it's not really like a big arena, cause like this is like the courtyard of the Lord's house, so it's not like an arena. It's kind of like a little.
Nah, I'm not gonna bet.
All right, well.
I had an idea, but I'm not gonna do it. It's too risky. I made a promise that I wouldn't get in trouble, so.
That's fair.
But when the opportunity arises where I can do something and won't get in trouble for it.
think the promise was you wouldn't cause trouble.
No, I promised that I wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
I would have preferred he had promised he wouldn't cause trouble. I wouldn't get so lucky.
That was a bridge too far, so.
Yeah, I do prep games, so it's just other stuff, like you just walk around and do some things. And then all of a sudden it's 2 o'clock and it's time for the music. Yeah. So
Excellent.
yep.
Time for the singing.
Yeah, so they all gather. They actually open the doors of the house for this. They're like, come in for the.
Oh, the doors are
performance.
open.
Yeah, so they're allowing people now into the house.
Oh. We're going into the house for the
led,
performance.
Yeah, to the ballroom, which is on the 2nd floor. But
How many floors are in the
bars.
house?
Just like, I don't know, 2.
How many people are they putting on the 2nd floor?
I don't know. A bunch of
Must be a
people.
well-built
There's
house.
also some overflow spots to put people, so it's just the 2nd floor is like the first spot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like guards and stuff around, just so you don't feel like, you know, there's a room for shenanigans, and there's a stage set up in the front.
I don't know who would cause any shenanigans.
I know. And a beautiful statuesque woman with red hair comes out with silvery white skin. I think that she's an Asimir. She sings and her eyes glow, and like her wings sprout from her back, and she's a beautiful.
I thought they didn't have.
No, they do.
They have wings?
Yeah, Asimir do.
I don't think they have wings.
I think that they do. It just says her eyes glow a mesmerizing sapphire, and shimmering wings sprout from her back.
Oh, I mean,
Asimir
yeah.
do
I can
have
see
wings because they're fallen angels. They're like an angel thing. I think that they.
They're like the opposite of tieflings.
Yes, but they have wings.
They have powers, yeah, where I think they can get wings.
Okay.
Yes.
She sings in a beautiful soprano voice. It's really like you're all like, oh, this is really good. It's like opera-ish though, so it's kind of awkward.
She doesn't. Never mind.
So as she's singing, there are 2 little children who, well, first of all, the Lord and the lady, you can kind of tell her formally, like, they're standing up near the front, and they have 2 little, children that are standing and kind of, like, squirming up next to them. The woman of the household steps up and says, hello, thank you everyone for joining us today. I would like to welcome Aria Cavatina to our stage. It is a great honor to have her among us as a performer. Just let's everyone give her a warm welcome and use our good audience voices and behavior to as we participate in this joyous event. And she goes, the woman comes out and she sings this songs. The singer's voice fills the room, and the there's a whole bunch of light, like a soft warm light that makes her kind of shimmer. Her voice is really bright and clear, and it just like it's like you know, just like sucks you to the spot. Not like magically, like you can still move, but like it's just really riveting. And the crowd is just super quiet, and the children are even like mesmerized. And then suddenly, as she extends her arms, she stumbles and she and she's screaming.
I mean, this is usually how it goes when I sing, so I don't see a problem with it.
All one time we let this happen?
Do we see anything else strange occurring?
Perception. You can roll perception.
Um,
11?
10.
You can't quite tell. There's just
I
too much.
too got an 11.
It's just there's a lot going on, and you're just really distracted, so you can't really tell. So.
Is she pointing at anything? Like pointing or just
she's
screaming?
Just like, it's like you can't really fully tell because there's too many people in the way. You just hear her scream.
That's not. That's
You can tell that she's obviously distressed.
Hold on. What's the? Is she within 120 feet of me?
I'm really bad at judging feet, but sure. Well,
Can I push my way up to within 120 feet?
As you start to start pushing your way, there's crowd and stuff, so you can't fully.
Okay. I see how it is.
But
I pull out my bandor. Okay, but
yeah. As you
if I can't push my way up, right? If I can't push my way up, I'm gonna pull out my bandor and cast fly on myself.
Okay, as you're doing that, you're pushing, you go to push your way through the crowd, and it's just everyone's kind of in the way, and you start doing your thing. You get up there, and you notice that the guards have run up to the stage, and they're defeating some kind of imp or character, some kind of fiendish character that seems to be the cause of the problem. The crowd is all panicked, and they're ah! That awkward crowd thing, and the captain comes forth and says,
Big brain move here. I cast fireball. Definitely not. I definitely don't cast fireball. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
That was a funny joke. Very funny.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, not
Wow,
funny.
wow. Okay, the
Trying to
captain
kill us
shouts, no one is to leave right now until we can figure out what has gone on. And you, Sir Flying, that's very, very unethical.
Oh, I actually was I was actually flying then?
I would say that's part of how you're able to see what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Is anyone willing to help figure out what's happened? Sir, who's flying? Are you
What has happened? What happened?
Well, obviously this woman has been attacked by an imp that we just defeated, but still imps don't just hang out.
Sure. Do we want to help?
Janet fire back at the crowd. It's sure, I'll help.
Well, I guess I was more going
3 feet shorter than everybody else. Yeah.
If you're willing to help, so basically the guards kind of are able to put many of the commoners and stuff. They're kind of they shove them to the back, and they're those of you willing to come forward, the little voice and the Mr. Floaty Pants over there.
I mean, I never said I would help.
You know what?
I'm just kind of leisurely
Obviously
floating up in the air,
Power, so we're gonna.
When you're
grab by the foot and drag them along.
Yeah.
What? How big are the ceilings in this place?
I don't know. They're pretty high.
Yeah, I'm up there. I'm higher than anyone can grab me. Thank
I
you.
feel like it kind of goes like this. You start to go higher, and the captain says, "Sir, you need to come back down, or we're going to start shooting you. It's very suspicious."
Well, that's very mean of you.
Well, you know what? Someone's been
Obviously, I
attacked.
didn't bring the imp.
Well,
I don't know that that's obvious.
Okay, if I was the one who brought the imp in, why would I be here?
Guards, shoot him
You
down.
want to watch him? That was obvious.
Okay, look, Janfire, you're not helping.
Kefir is just laughing at Teddy at this point.
When the guards
I'm
are
probably
training
walking
their
with
little crossbows
Janfire,
at
but-
you.
Okay, I'll come down a little bit.
I take my staff, the staff I acquired, and start poking him along
So you poke him in
towards
the
the
butt.
front. Yep.
I like it. Okay. So, anyways,
You know, I was gonna help you guys, but I don't know if I'm gonna help you anymore now that you pointed your bows at me.
so you the captain invites you up to the stage area, and he's like, this is what we have here. What is everyone's passive perception?
15.
Okay.
16. Or no, sorry, not that one. 13.
Okay.
15.
So you notice a crumpled paper near the body of the imp. Seems kind of strange.
I pick up the piece of paper.
Great. That's good, Kefir. That's very wise of you.
Can I read it?
Can you read it? I don't know. Can you?
I didn't ask you.
Hold on. I'm
Disembodied
looking.
voice being sassy.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know if you actually heard him, Janfire.
No, I didn't hear him. I saw him walk by.
Sometimes you can hear him.
I go over to what's her name? The water person we picked up,
Florin.
Florin. And Florin, do you have any of those healing things that you can make out of water?
I can make a healing item out of water. Yes.
Yeah, how long does it take to make one of those?
Just a moment. Let me just. I have to go back and look. Do you have water?
Yeah, I have the jug of the mayonnaise jug. The alchemy jug. It can make water.
We can pour some into my little vials, and I can make 2 or 3. I can't do your.
Excellent. Can you do that now?
Yeah, I can. Let me just. Yeah, no, it's just she can. I think it's like 3 things worth she can do.
Excellent. I take them and I bring them over to the lady that was just attacked.
Oh, all right. Yep.
And I say, here you go, drink these. They'll make you feel better.
Oh, thank you.
Can I do an investigation of the imp body?
Just hold your tickets there.
She still has to tell me what I found on the paper, or if I can read it.
Can you read that?
Read what?
It's on the roll 20.
Wow.
We're on the roll 20. I don't see anything on the screen.
Maybe try a refresh.
This again. Hold on. Refreshing.
everyone see the little page?
Yes, I see it now.
Okay, so that's the little thing that you found. And you can roll investigation if you want to investigate the imp further.
That went splendid.
22.
What'd you get, Janfire?
She's much better than mine.
Was
You
I
don't.
investigating the paper or the body?
Oh,
Well, the paper's right there. You read it with your eyes.
Okay.
If you want to investigate it, like look for secret marks, you look at it and you don't find any.
Okay.
Anyone investigating the imp, you look at the imp and it looks dead, and that's about it.
Oh.
You don't see anything else interesting. The captain says to you all as you're looking at things, I will permit you with my I will permit you to investigate the castle if that feels helpful. And the lady says, no, that I don't think that's appropriate. This is a very ma'am, no, this is a very serious situation.
Which lady said that?
The woman who owns the house.
The woman who owns the house says that we can't investigate.
It's just like her husband is just like it's just that. I mean, this is our home and our children live here, and it's just very awkward to have people roaming around.
Well,
sir.
I mean, at the least, don't you want to know that there are no more imps in the building?
I think that we could take care of that ourselves. I'm not that. Sir, this is not really up for debate. This is an important situation. We need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on. We're gonna investigate the house, make sure there are no imps. No imps that might attack your kids or anything. You wouldn't want imps to attack your kids.
I just don't want things to attack you as you're wandering.
Because right now it kind of sounds like you don't want. It sounds like you want imps to attack your kids.
No, what I don't want is for you to wander around our house and get hurt, and then have that as a situation. And the guard says, how about I keep watch of them, and we'll just limit as far as they can go. Well, yes, as long as it's not very, it seems very just settled to this area.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Can you describe your spell?
My spell?
Yeah, what's the Detect Thoughts do?
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check, contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay, well, go ahead, cast your... Who are you spell casting on?
Well, I cast a spell, and then I can just, read people's thoughts
whose thoughts are you looking to read?
I would like to know the surface thoughts of Janfire.
Janfire is thinking that you're kind of a dink, and he's a little bit concerned about. I don't know what's. Janfire, what are you thinking about right now?
I'm thinking, why is he wasting a spell on my thoughts when we need to figure out where this imp came from?
Hey, I got this up for a minute. Okay, I can check anybody's thoughts I want within a minute.
Well, there's my surface thoughts.
But yeah, okay. It's not, you don't know that I'm checking your thoughts, but okay. I would like to shift my attention to the lady of the house.
Okay. The lady.
What are her surface thoughts?
Of the house, is. I gotta find the little spot. She is definitely worried that about having people in her house, and seems like she's hiding something deeper, but like she's definitely like, I don't want people in the house. I don't want them to, we need to prevent them from finding this out. It's important.
I would like to shift my attention to the thoughts of the man owner.
He is also thinking very similar things. He's like, I don't know how did this happen, and how are we going to stop them from finding this out? I need to prevent them from digging around the house. But also I need to figure out, like he's very, definitely also very concerned about people being in their house and digging at their things, and wants to hide something.
I would like to ask. I'm gonna turn to him and be like, so like, you've already told us you don't want us going around the house. Are there any like specific places you definitely don't want us to go?
Yes, I mean, there are many spaces I don't want you to go. I think that.
Okay, but did he think of any specific places he doesn't want us to go? Like when I said, are there any specific places you don't want us to go? Did like any very specific places pop into his head?
Let me just take a minute here to Hey, wow, look at this. I'm looking for the map. I'm gonna say like the upstairs and the bedrooms. Like the living quarters.
Okay, I mean, that seems all pretty normal stuff. I would also... How much time do you think I have left? I don't think that would have taken too much time.
What are you trying to do?
I'd like to shift my thoughts to the singer.
Okay.
What are her surface thoughts?
Her surface thoughts are, why the fuck did I agree to do this? What happened to me? Why did it attack me? Ow.
Hey, I gave her those healing things, thank you.
Ow. Right? Like, am I gonna have a scar?
Okay, well, that's all I got.
You're gonna try to probe deeper.
Nah, not worth it.
Um,
I might get in trouble if I do that.
the woman draws the two children that she has. I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh, I should have probed the children's thoughts. Do I still have time left?
Um, sure.
Oh, I want to probe their thoughts too.
Okay. There's a girl and a boy.
The boy first.
Okay, the boy's just like confused and like I don't what's going on? Why is everyone so freaked out? Where
Yeah, I should have known it was going to be the girl. Check the girl's
shift
thoughts.
to the girl's thoughts. She's super anxious. She keeps looking around and nervously at her parents. Just like I don't. This is. She's obviously worried about something.
Is her name Zimia?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I show them the piece of paper that we found
yes.
with the imp. Do
She
you know why the imp?
the mother looks at it and goes, I
Boom, switch to her.
wait.
You can just say what she says and then tell me her thoughts afterwards.
Oh no, it's the little girl who does the oh, like
Oh, I'm already on her.
yeah, she's like, oh my, oh. Like she's definitely like freaked out about that, and she squeaks and she's like, oh. And the mom's like, I don't know what that is. I would just like to take the children out for a moment. This might be helpful for you. She gives you. Oh no, it's not that. The singer Aria comes over and she's like, thank you so much for helping me. I would just like to give you this gift. It's called the Bell of the Silent Carols. It can maybe protect you as you're doing your investigation.
You're a really good singer. Do you want to join our band?
No, but thank you.
We currently have a spot open for a singer.
Bell of the Silent what?
Just a minute. Where did she go? Oh, it's so close. It's just like, let me not scroll to that. Bell of the Silent Carols. It's basically a horn of silent alarm. It's a wondrous item. It has 4 charges. When you use an action to shake it, one creature of your choice can hear the bells ring in the tune of festive carols, provided the creature is within 600 feet of the bell and not deafened. No other creatures hear sound coming from the bell. The bell regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. Oh, so you could use it to alarm somebody else.
So can I just like start investigating around the room and in the hallway, kind of not listen to the owner?
Okay, but when do Tyler and then you can just
I want to see what they say if I just start investigating.
Hold on.
I just want to know what the child was thinking when Kyphira showed her the paper.
Oh, yeah.
And what happens when someone hears the bell?
I think it's like somebody can hear. It's like a bell of alarm. So basically, if you and Teddy were separated but under 600 feet away, you could cast it and ring the bell, and only Teddy would hear it.
Oh, that'll be really helpful when like one of us is sitting in the boat and the other one of us is not 600 feet deep.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be helpful. When you go underwater and I sit in the boat.
the little girl is still like, obviously she knows something about the story. She is afraid. She's like, I don't want anyone to be upset with me. And Janfire, as long as you stay, like, if you start to leave the room, the guard is like, sir, we're all gonna just stick together, so we'll just move along in a minute. We're gonna stay in sight. Don't leave my
Yeah, I don't know if
direct
this whole investigation thing
area.
is for me, guys. I'm kind of lazy. I'm not really.
And
Can I
Teddy,
leave now?
you do realize,
Can I just
like,
leave?
as hearing the little girl's thoughts, you're like, obviously there's something to do with this story. Like, this piece of paper is very critical to the whole thing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if this whole investigating thing is for me, you know?
Oh, Kai Fury, did you investigate the page?
Yeah, you said I didn't.
Oh yeah, I forgot. On the back of the page, you see a drawing of a sigil. And I can... The problem is, if I share that, I won't be able to share the other thing.
You could just draw it over top.
Could you just send me a picture?
You know, you just want all of these things.
I know, I'm so needy.
Oh, it's over here. Let's see what Messenger lets me do. Let me just wait for my internet to be slow.
Why's your internet so slow?
Because my internet provider sucks. Ooh, I have a file.
Because she lives in the middle of nowhere.
Is that what it is? Oh, wait. Did it not do the thing?
I showed the others the sigil on the back.
Let me just
hey,
get the sigil.
This.
Oh, that's real neat. Hey, can I borrow this piece of paper?
Why?
I need it.
For?
Investigating.
Insight checking? 13.
I mean,
it's hard to tell.
I kind of figured. Alright, fine.
It is Teddy.
It is Teddy. I will hand him the piece of paper though.
Thanks.
Don't lose it, please.
I put it in the bag of holding.
Thank you.
And then I turn to the guard captain, and I'm still like, can I leave now, or what's going on?
No, sir. You're in the investigation. We're investigating this. No one can leave.
Yeah, I don't want to investigate it anymore.
Let me just
I'm done.
clarify
I'm done.
this for you, sir. No one's leaving this building or this room area until we figure this situation out. So if you would like to continue,
so like the entire crowd's still in here?
Exactly. No one's leaving until we figure this out. This is a serious situation. You've agreed to
Where
help.
did the lady go with the kids?
She just stepped to the side with the kids.
Oh, they haven't left.
No. There, I've sent you the file that has the sigil.
How am I gonna...
Is it something we've seen before, out of curiosity? Like, I don't know if we've come across any sigils.
No, this is not one you've seen before.
I tried.
Did you look at the file?
Yes.
How did you send it? Or did you send it to all of us?
I did
Yeah,
it
it's in the
Messenger,
Facebook chat.
but I will also
Oh, okay.
just pop it up here.
Huh.
I will also.
It'd be really helpful if someone knew a spell that could make everyone tell the truth.
You ran away from that person, if I remember correctly. You didn't like it.
No, look, I don't like it when people cast it on me.
I mean, the closest thing Kyphera has is Charm Person, and I can do that to 2 people. Tops.
Yeah, I'm sure trying to convince the owners of the house that we're gonna cast Charm Person on them. I'm sure that's gonna be a great idea.
I mean, I could technically do it 7 times.
What are you doing?
I'm not. We were discussing
Oh.
Charm Person.
So Faloran looks at the sigil and is like, "Oh, this sigil represents Asmodeus. I mean, it's kind of obvious if you look and start with the A and spell it around."
Oh yeah, it's obvious. Asmodeus. I should have known this. Oh, it's like first year borrowed knowledge. Obviously, of course it is. Yes, everybody knows.
I love how it even spells it out. I didn't even notice that.
And some of the other little sigils represent devils and demons, but this is the but the main sigil here is for Asmodeus. Let me just. And I mean, I don't know about you guys. Obviously, I'm just doing some investigating and some Arcana checks because that makes sense. That this is usually a circle that's used to summon demons, and devils. That's normally, in my experience, what this has been used for.
Then it could have probably been used to summon that imp.
Yes. I mean, Asmodeus is a very powerful devil.
There was once a book of devils and stuff that I had in my possession, and that if I had ever finished reading it, I would know more about devils and such, and I probably would have known this. But as I never did get to finish reading that book.
I mean,
I feel like you finishing reading that book would have been very, very bad. You still have it?
What book
do
you have, Teddy? What book is that?
It was an old book. Kyphera threw it in a river.
And you made me help you find it.
Yeah, she threw it in a river.
Well, oddly enough, these usually, if you recreate these sigils, with just mundane objects, they can create a one-way portal to the 9 hells. Which would allow Asmodeus's minions to come to the material plane. That's usually how that works.
So,
are we talking about this out loud?
Yeah.
Probably.
Can the kids hear?
No, they're on the side.
Oh, tough.
Well, I mean, so this symbol can summon demons, And that girl has obviously seen it. I mean, she's seen
the
the.
page before
Yeah.
the front of the page. We didn't show them the back.
Okay.
I mean, we could.
Why don't we just, like, have you ever seen this before and see how anybody reacts?
Teddy, can you read minds again?
Perhaps if you've read her mind and it seems like she knows something, perhaps you could just ask her and see what she says.
I've got a great idea.
Yes.
Great.
I pull out a piece of paper. I guess I asked for a piece of paper because I don't think I have a piece of paper. Can I get a piece of paper?
Sure. Someone finds a
Boom, piece of paper.
Yes.
And I assume I have some sort of drawing implement.
Sure. There's one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and I take the other page, the page with the sigil on it, and I take my page.
Yeah.
And I walk over to where the kids are, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Walk over to the owner of the house and the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I sit down in front of the girl, and then I start tracing the sigil.
She's very nervous, and like, she's like staring at you like nervously, but doesn't say anything.
I just keep going. I'm just like, just drawing, do a little doodle over here.
Yep.
Just doodling.
Yeah, you doodle.
I look at her. I say, "Do you like my picture? Is it good? Is it pretty good?"
That's a very strange picture you're drawing. It's pretty awkward. It's really. I don't really care for it.
No, it seems like you don't like it very much.
No, it just makes me really uncomfortable. I don't really. Where's my brother? I don't. And she she grabs her little brother's hand and she's just like, I don't. It just makes me really.
I'm starting to get the idea that you don't like my picture very much.
I don't. And the mom is like, do you have something to
Do you like my picture?
I don't know really what that is of.
I'm just drawing. I'm just doodling. Just making a little doodle over here.
I thought you were supposed to be actively investigating in this situation. It just seems like you're doodling.
I am doodling. I'm just passing some time. Just over here. Your daughter doesn't seem to like my picture very much, though.
Can I do like an inside check on the little girl to see if she's actually seems to be the truth?
Sure, you can inside check her.
What is it?
So whatever you rolled plus your insight check.
So 22.
Okay, you can definitely tell the little girl knows something, but she's super scared, so she doesn't want to say anything. So she would need a little convincing. She would need a little convincing Vince. She need a little persuasion to spill the beans, is what you realize.
I am persuading her. I'm still drawing. I continue to draw.
That's not persuading her. That's just drawing.
I kneeled down the some eye level with the girl.
How are you? Oh, congratulations.
And I looked at her like, it'd be really great if you could help us.
I only know one thing.
Tell us anything
So
you
why don't
know
tell
about
me
this
all the
symbol.
things?
And I'm casting do charm person. The little girl.
You're gonna charm the girl?
Why don't? Okay, but
No, you.
that's awkward because as you start to like, charm person is not like a stealth thing, like,
No, it is not.
right? Like the people are like, "What are you doing to my daughter?" Like just as you like go to start do a thing, they're like,
better
"That's."
things with your time,
this is-
but,
True.
If
Yeah.
you just
Never
want to
mind.
just
I'm
ask
just
her
gonna
a
walk
question
away.
and use persuasion, that would probably be a little bit more appropriate at this moment. Is no one persuasive?
Um,
I'm
No.
very persuasive.
Teddy is. Teddy's probably the only one.
Florin is
and
like,
he's not using his persuasion
he's not
whatsoever.
being persuasive, and so
I
Florin
am being persuasive.
is
Oh,
like,
I mean, I guess it seems as though you have a little more knowledge of this symbol than what you might be saying. Can you tell us?
okay,
Have you seen this before?
Roll persuasion.
11.
She's like, oh, I did actually, I accidentally brought a demon into the house because I don't really know how it happened. I was just reading the story, the wooden girl, and, it's like my name in the story, and so I kind of thought it was like a present for me because my name was in there. And so,
No. What's your name?
Elzarina, and I think
Oh,
the thing is Eliza or something. So,
Yeah.
so I just started and I don't really know how that happened, but the Chernuk, he came in, the imp, and he was so nice at first, and he let me clean his hat, which had a smudge on it, and that was so cool, and I was like, that's so cool. But then he brought his stinky friend Brimto in, and they started breaking things in my room, and I was scared, and I
are
didn't
these
wanna-
people still here?
they're not people, they're like fiends, they're like demons.
Oh, are they? But they're not here anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't know where Brimto went. I don't remember where.
So did they come in when you read the story?
I don't really know how it happened. I just was just I just started reading it aloud, and then Cherno came, and then he was in my room, and I was reading more, and he was telling me to do some things, and then the other guy came in, the other imp, stinky butt, Brimtoe. It was up in my room. I was up in my room doing it.
So I guess I turn to the guard and say, can we try having her read it again in her room to see what happens?
The mom's like, this is highly. I don't like this.
Oh.
I'm not sure what reading the.
It appears that her reading it in her room brought some of this about the first time. So, as part of our investigation, it would be see if this is something that were to repeat if it happened again.
Oh, okay, but Florin is like, I think, if I understand the portal correctly, it's been like by reading it, she activated it. So we need to see the portal, and it seems like we would have to finish opening it. It's I would have to see, I guess, what she did. To finish this puzzle. so that we can close the gate. It's like already been activated by the first reading, is what I guess I would interpret from what my knowledge, if that makes sense. So we should definitely find the sigil area that she was in, so perhaps her bedroom, and see if we can find where she started making the sigil.
But if we go back and do this and open the portal the rest of the way, what are we bringing through before we can close it?
Well, I don't know, but we also won't be able to close it until we finish opening it. So things will continue to come through until we close it.
We should go and see if there's a sword sticking through this portal.
A sword?
A short sword?
Wait a minute. What is this?
Like half of a short sword.
Oh, that's last game. That's too funny. We should. Let me just.
I shipped it.
Well, then I guess we'll have to go upstairs
Yep.
and take our
Sounds
chances.
like, you
Okay, let me just. I just want to see if the guard guy is insistent that he goes with you or not, but I guess not, so. Oh. So the captain follows you. Oh, through your question.
You're just gonna let us investigate her room?
Well, it doesn't appear that the mom's very happy about it, but
Okay, so I'm gonna say the captain goes up to the rooms with you, and you just going to the children's room.
yeah.
Okay.
The little girl's room, yeah.
The children's room contains 2 4-poster beds. There's a life-size stuffed unicorn in the corner. There's a circular area rug. Scattered on the rug are 2 hair barrettes and 7 marbles. There's a large toy chest. Oh, 1 for each bed. There's a mahogany chest and then a shiny white chest with gold handles.
A round mug? A round rug?
A round rug, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to move that, please.
Okay, well
Are the beds on the rug?
No. I'm gonna say they're not. It's just a little floor rug and you move it.
Hogan is confused.
I pick it up and I go, ha-ha!
And there's like
What's under it?
Clean floor.
I'd like to look in the chest.
Which chest?
I'll pick one.
Which one? Do you want the
maybe the one
mahogany
closest
one
to the-
or the white one?
Whatever one's closest to the girl's bed. Mahogany. Pick one.
Great. You open up the mahogany one. It's filled with stuffed animals and a train set and some dice. But a lot of stuffed animals.
Yeah. Are the marbles and barrettes in any particular arrangement right now?
No, they look like they
now they're on the floor because I picked
they're
up the rug.
They were scattered on the floor.
I smack them upside the head and have them put the down.
Well, there could have been something under it.
Oh, now put it
Did you
back
show
down.
us how things were when you first summoned something?
Oh, did you bring the little girl with you?
Well, yeah, we would have needed her to read, wouldn't we? Because I thought we were assuming that her reading the passage was activating something. Was I wrong?
No, the passage. Remember, Faloran was like, the passage has already been read, so it's been activated, so it doesn't need to be reread. We just need to finish opening the gate, so we need to finish building the gate.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just going to arrange the 7 marbles in the same arrangement as the dots on the sigil, and then cross the barrettes in between this set of 3 marbles instead of 2 marbles on the right-hand side. On the rug that I made Teddy drop.
Yeah, just a minute.
As he's doing that, I want to go over to the white chest and
Yes.
see what's in that one.
You know what? You will just hold your biscuits.
But I can't have biscuits.
You can have gluten-free biscuits.
It's amusing.
The other day, I accidentally told the disembodied voice to hold his feathers because I'd been
Okay.
telling my parrot that when he's been crabby and
Oh.
needy.
Okay. Okay. You put that down, but you are still missing pieces.
Yeah, so
So
when I
hold on, Kyphira. Just a minute. In the sorry, I'm just learning how to scroll. Okay, in the white chest, there's a set of pickup sticks, a set of metal jacks, an empty velvet pouch that holds marbles, 2 complete sets of wooden alphabet blocks, an articulating wooden snake, whatever that means, an ornately carved dreidel, a beautiful music box in the shape of an egg, and an imp. Well, you see like a toy nutcracker, and as you pick it up, and you look at it, you're like, this is kind of, and then it goes.
I cast Produced Flame and touch it.
Ah! What'd you do that for?
What? This is tugging at me. Like Kyphira just kind of breaks for a second in shock. Like
That was a little bit.
I
That's
found
a
the
little
other
bit
room.
It's a little bit uncalled for. Don't you think? I'm just here to play. Why you gotta hurt Chinook?
We'll see.
Why you gotta hurt him? I'm just here to play. Are you looking to play?
We are. We're looking to bring more of your friends over.
Can you help us out?
I would love to help you bring my friends over. That's such a great idea.
Great.
Can you help us with that? It looks like we might have everything we need.
Well, I don't wanna ruin the whole. I mean, I'll give you some hints because it's more fun. I can't tell you exactly how to do it because Asmodeus would be really mad at me. But I can give you some hints.
I take Teddy's the picture. Who has the picture right now?
I guess I have the picture.
I kind of grabbed that from Teddy and I showed him. Do you make something like this?
Yeah. You gotta make something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And I start handing I'm like, Janfire, come here. And I hand him the blocks. Like, I'm
Yeah,
finding the
but-
specific letters that we need.
Yeah. So I start with the A and go around the circle and make that Asmodeus.
I take.
That's
Is there
a
more
good
than
idea.
one, like... I take the snake and put it in the middle with the head pointing towards the U. Like... trying to
So
remember
and
what
then I
else was...
make sure all the marbles are arranged between the A and the D, with the barrettes crossed at the.
You mean
at
the
the
A and the
end.
S?
On the right side, he's like, I think you need something different in that spot. I think
Where the
you have to
barrettes are?
read the
Do we
story.
need the-
Did you read the story?
I take the 2 sticks, the pickup sticks or whatever, and I put them in place of the barrette.
Yes.
And... Sarah. I don't
Did
remember
you
this.
read the story?
I did.
Are you sure you did?
The story tells us what we need to put there, doesn't
What
it?
would they be upset about?
You are so smart.
Crap.
I sent it to you on Messenger.
Oh my god, I love you. Feel like
Are there
it-
matches?
Well, that's what the wooden sticks are for.
Oh, okay. So the wooden sticks would be the X.
Yep. And hold on, I'm pulling up. I feel like there were...
But what's gonna make the long line from the A to the D? And the bow tie thingies.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The set of dice would be the dots, maybe. Wooden stake tips, dots. Well, the circle embedded in the ground would be the rug. We figured that out.
Mhm.
We figured out the blocks.
So what's a dowsing torch for? What is the dowsing torch?
Isn't that dowsing touch?
Oh, dowsing touch. Okay, yeah, you're right.
What would
I
that...
just
what-
think, okay,
Why?
well, the barrettes are in the wrong spot. They're not in that little X on the top right. They go somewhere else. They do kind of look like little bow
I figured
ties.
anyways, like, and I
So the
allocated-
barrettes
Oh,
go...
okay. That's where the barrettes go. Okay, yeah,
And the two pickup sticks go where the barrettes were.
Here, hold on.
yeah.
No, though, those are more little things. Little things.
What else was in the box?
You guys are so good at this.
Weren't there jacks in the box?
There.
Like,
There were jacks in the box, yes.
that could be an X. That's a little thing that's an X. Sort of. No.
Well, they are like a little X, but you could also use them to
Make an X.
make an X because there's so many of them.
Because the X is also made out of dots.
Oh.
You're smart. I like you. Let's just keep going.
Hey, I know. I am very smart. Thank you.
And wait, I think also.
Okay, so if we arrange the jacks and the X, the marbles are the dots.
Do you want to see where it is?
Are we missing anything? What's the line in the middle?
Well, yeah, that's.
Not the curvy line, the other line.
Well, would that there were sticks for pickup?
Oh,
pickup
those
sticks.
could be the pickup
Yeah.
sticks.
So every time you put something in the right spot, another imp pops out, and so like Chernuk is like, oh, Turfnold. Oh, look, it's Steve.
So,
Oh, it's Billy Yum Yum
Yep.
2x2. Oh, it's Rimkin. Like, you know, as you're getting them in the right spot. So you have the snake and the barrettes, the jacks and the marbles and the letters. So you're just missing the line. Is that correct?
The pickup sticks.
Okay,
on
the
line.
pickup sticks. Great. So
In a different time. So this is the one.
the imps, as you're doing this, are like just going through all the stuff and like trashing all the toys.
Guys, you
Doors
pop
closed, windows closed, everything's locked, everything's closed and locked.
I look at
That's not
Teddy. I'm like, hey Teddy, is there still water in the jug?
Probably.
Okay, good. Keep that because we'll need a dousing touch, I bet.
So
If this is following the story.
I just. Oh, okay. So you get them all there, and you're like, you've drawn it the right way, but to finish the puzzle, you have to bring it to another place. You have to bring all those things to another place and make it there.
And Sarah, you froze.
I'm not frozen.
You were for a minute.
so for instance,
Fine.
this doesn't
We have to
check
bring them
passwords.
to another place.
You have to
and
bring them to
Or do
another
anything.
place. You have to make
Okay,
the
well,
sigil
she would.
a different place.
And then
Can you tell us where?
It's in the city of
yes.
the dead. It's part of this.
Yeah.
It's called the city of the dead, or the zone of the dead, area of the dead. I don't know. I don't really call
So
it
I-
city of the dead.
Turn to the captain and say, "Is there within here? Is there a part that's considered the city of the dead?"
Okay, so are you like? Oh yeah, he's like
A graveyard?
Yes, there is a section of the city that's called the city of the dead.
What?
Yeah,
Really? Why?
It's where we inter those who have passed on this life. That's where we.
Oh, so an actual graveyard. Yeah,
it's
that
like
makes
a
sense.
graveyard area. Thanks.
Is there an altar there of some kind?
There are many altars and statues and things.
Something that
Chernuk
Is
is
there
like,
one that maybe doesn't have a name?
Chernuk is like, you have to look for the one with the girl with the wings. The girl with the wings. You gotta find that one.
Okay. So, do we necessarily need this rug, or I'm
You don't need the
assuming there's
rug.
probably a circle
You don't need the
there.
rug, but you need the other things.
Yeah. Okay. So I turn to the captain and say, "Well, so we need to go to the city of the undead, and we're gonna need to utilize these items so that we can stop all these imps from coming over, continuing to come over."
Okay, I'm
I like-
going to let you do that. I'm going to remain here because it seems safest, and then if you just return and ensure me that this has been taken care of, that would be wonderful.
I look at the imp. Are you gonna bring your friends? Aren't you guys gonna come with us?
That sounds like a great idea.
What could go wrong?
With a bunch of imps.
Hush!
Teddy's usually the one causing issues.
Well, we can't leave them here.
I was a little confused, when Kaifir's the one summoning imps this time.
Right? Here I was thinking Sarah was gonna do the thing tonight.
They're like, no, we're gonna stay here and we're gonna play. And like they're just like so absorbed, and the captain's like, what if I just close them in right now? I'll just guard this
Okay.
door, and hopefully when it's done, that will be,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's very fair.
And he gives you directions to where the City of the Dead is.
Okay, so we'll head that way.
All right, so you go through the city. It's darker now. There's still people out, but they're a little bit. Definitely, there's kind of this. People are a little bit frightened. It seems like those on the outside have maybe heard something's going on inside of the villa. You walk down to the City of the Dead. It's very, very quiet. Kind of like that creepy quiet. And you can it's just like a very large like a graveyard, so there's a number of spots that you can.
Should we perhaps get like a bucket of water just in case?
What
I
are
thought
we
you said you
going
had
to
stuff
do
in
with
the
water?
jug.
Just in case?
In case-
Dousing touch at the end of the story.
Oh, so you.
Yeah,
We're
but I don't
supposed
know
to
how
look with
long
the
it
lady with
lasts.
wings? We're supposed to look with something with wings, I
which has
thought.
some certain parameters.
Is it what?
Are we gonna need something to burn?
I don't think so. It's just at the very end. She's mentioned something about the dousing touch. That's why I'm thinking we might want some water
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah.
I guess the alchemy jug can still make water.
I will also say that it's fairly dim in this area, but you can wander around as you want.
Do we see any
Probably get a shell as the user.
any
has
statues
shells.
or anything that have wings on them?
Well,
Perception check.
there's
13.
Okay. You're having a hard time finding it.
I mean, I'm just gonna look for a circle in the ground.
Oh, so I rolled a 17.
Okay, well, thankfully Jamfire finds it for you. He's like, oh, wait, it's over here. So the statue depicts a little girl with wings holding a candelabra with 9 candles. She looks a little bit celestial.
So is there?
So we have to set up the stuff. Is there a circle?
Yeah,
Like
when
the
you
little-
start to get within like 10 feet of the statue, the candles in the statue's candelabra light up. In the ground in front of the statue is a circular stone slab about 2 feet in diameter with no markings on it.
That's not creepy at all.
Perfect.
Guess we start to set up the
Set
stuff
it up.
again. I can't believe I'm the one summoning demons this time.
I get the jug ready.
Alright, so you start putting the toys on the thing, and once you have completed it, you summon.
Osmodeus.
Do you really want me to summon
What?
Asmodeus?
No!
This dot.
Let me
Yeah.
No, we
know.
don't. You want to make new characters next week, don't you?
That makes
A vampire.
Teddy's demon.
Maybe Steady's demon is Osmodius.
How
Okay,
would
he
you know? You
has
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
575 hit points.
Asmodeus or Teddy's demon?
Asmodeus.
Oh.
It
That's
could be
not.
this-
Let's
Oh, that
remember
sounds
that.
easy.
Wait, how hard is he? Challenge level 30.
Yeah, no.
Easy, dude.
Okay, so anyways.
I know we're not that powerful.
Instead, you summon a Vrock, which is a pretty big beast.
A
Isn't
what?
that a bird?
It's called a Vrock,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a big bird.
a demon bird.
Big old birdo.
As Kyphira sees this,
A demon bird.
as Kyphira sees this demon bird, she's just like, "Oh shit!" and casts spark skin on herself.
I pour water on it.
0 do echo round.
Let me just read his thing here. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Instead, you have to roll initiative.
The bot names are
Did I get the
actually-
chance to cast the bark skin before initiative?
Yes, you can
so
cast
the
your bark
first
skin.
one's 1,000, the next one's
Oh, that's good. My initiative's 10. So my AC cannot be less than 16, which would be
24.
Yeah.
12.
I totally
Good
forgot I
thing
had
I
bark
tested
skin.
out all my 20-sided dice to figure out which one was going to roll well.
Like I've had bark
Kyphira,
skin
what'd
for
you
a long
roll?
time.
I have
10,
yet to figure out the second one.
and I've forgotten about it every time,
The first one was extremely
and almost died every time.
I don't think Florin gets a plus. Yeah. Alright, so Janfire, that's you.
So how far away am I from it?
You're not very far away because you just summoned it.
Okay. So I guess
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Wait, he comes out and he just says, where is El Zarina?
She didn't come with us, and then I hit him with 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead. Roll attack.
I mean,
so,
you did already make us roll for initiative.
Yeah, I know.
so the first one's a 16.
That hits.
And then, so what is it? 1d6.
What kind of attack is that?
Unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Just
It's what do you mean, blunt?
Yeah, or bludgeoning, but it can't be any of
It's
those.
gonna
blood-
be bludgeoning. That's what it is. It's bludgeoning.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And on the first one. And then, so the other one will hit because that's a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to do my spend a key point to try to stun him. I can't remember. I'm trying stunning strike.
Okay. What's that do? What's the...
That's the one that'll stun him unless he can a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Oh, he made it. He rolled a 15 plus 4.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
looks at you. Yeah.
And then I can, for my bonus action, I'm going to spend a key point and do patient defense.
Okay. Oh, well, we'll save that. He does this weird, like, he just, does this thing, because it doesn't really explain if it's an action or not, so I'm calling it an action, but, he sends out these weird spores, and everyone has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
18.
10.
Okay. And Florin got like 6. So, nope. Florin and Teddy, you are both poisons.
Oh no, poison is not good.
And at the start of your turn, you'll take some damage. Oh. So that was its attack. So now it's Teddy's turn. So you take 10 damage. Poison
Ow.
damage. And you can do your whatever it is you're doing.
That's not very nice.
Who said I was nice?
Can I cast Fireball up into the air so that it only hits the big bird?
How are you going to cast it into the air and have it only hit the bird? You're all kind of like within combat area.
How big is the bird?
The bird is... large. It's a large bird.
Yeah, so it's a 20-foot sphere. I should be able to cast it up into the air and like maybe behind it a little bit so that it will only hit the bird and not hit us, right?
This says 8 to 16 feet.
I feel like that would be a very super precise fireball, and I feel like fireball is just kind of a I'm going to destroy everything kind of spell.
Okay, that's not what it is.
I don't know about that. To a point you choose within range, and then blossoms will roar into a explosion of flame. I mean, I think that because Janfire is right next to the fiend, that there's no way that you could target it, you could place it in such a way that you wouldn't get Janfire at the very least. You're all in very close proximity. Like, there's no way to target it in that way. That's too close.
If you had said Kyphera, I might have done it. I probably would have done
Wow.
it.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? Somebody
Accidentally on purpose
who has
fireball.
shot me. Somebody who has literally shot me. Wow, I can't believe you do that.
Accidentally on purpose hitting Teddy with the staff is different than accidentally on her purpose.
You
hitting
literally
Kyphera
shot
with
me once.
I don't recall this.
I have it written down right here. Kyphera shot me. Have to get her back somehow. I feel like you know exactly what it is.
Of course I do.
So yeah, if it was Kyphera, I would have done it, but not Janfire. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna try and stab it then.
Okay.
$16.
That does hit.
Because Janfire is within 5 feet of it, I get sneak attack damage. 11 damage.
Okay, what are you using for a weapon?
That would be 11 piercing damage.
What's the weapon, though?
Short sword.
Okay. Kyphera.
Hey, wait, I still have a bonus action attack.
Alright.
I'm gonna use my dagger on it. 19 to hit.
That hits.
8 damage with a dagger.
Alright.
Also piercing damage.
Is it just a regular old dagger?
Plain old dagger.
Alright, Kyphera.
Because someone doesn't believe in magical weapons.
I'm going to attack with Produce Flame. See if this works. If I actually hit, that is.
Well, not now. Like, it's
And
different.
21.
Okay, that hits.
I mean, maybe it does. What control meter? Maybe.
Gold on white is hard to see. 2 points.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can see this is going just as well as when we fought the vampire the first time around.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll end my turn.
Your turn's done. just want to see what she's got here. She's got weird. Okay, she's gonna use ice knife. Oh, wait. Oh, Teddy, roll. First of all, Teddy, roll. A Constitution saving throw.
15.
Okay, you're no longer poisoned.
Excellent.
And Florin gets 1 damage from her poison.
1?
That's just what the roll is.
I got 10.
I know, sucks for you. So she casts she creates a shard of ice and she flings it at the creature within range. So she's going to make a ranged spell attack. That's a natural 20 with a Kiki die, so that made sense. The target takes 1d10 piercing damage. And then the target and each creature within 10 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take. So, first of all, I'm gonna do this, which is 8. Okay, so that's doubled because she got a 20. The shard explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet. So, everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
15.
24.
Okay, so Kyphira, you didn't get out of the way, but the other 2 do. And the monster totally fails. Take 2d6. So that's 6 cold damage. And I will say that you kind of notice that a lot of your attacks weren't as successful as you thought that they were, but the ice seems to do really well.
So should I point out that I have key empowered strikes? So your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity.
Yeah, you're supposed to tell me that before. Like a dork.
Sorry.
God, what a jerk. Well, then I'll do it next round.
Okay.
I don't remember what you did. Okay, so that's Florin. So now we're at Jamfire.
Okay. So I'm just gonna start out with 2 unarmed strikes.
Yep.
So the first one will be at 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that does 11 damage.
Okay.
And next one is a natural 19, so 27.
That hits.
And that'll be 8 damage.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to do a flurry of blows, spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
And that did not go successfully, I don't think. It's 11.
That does not hit.
And not much better. Oh, but 16.
That hits.
And so that'll be 6 points.
Alright. It's the Vrock's turn. He's going to hit you, Jamfire, because you keep hitting him and he's annoyed. Oh, he got a natural 20. all on its first one. So
Okay.
that is. So that's 9, 7, 8, 18, 21 piercing damage on the first one.
Ouch.
Yep. And then his second attack, he also gets a natural 20.
What?
That's
Wow.
just what rolled.
Wow.
And it's 23 slashing damage. Wait. 14. So but I double it. So 28. 30 slashing damage.
30?
Yeah, because it's double because he had a natural 20. And it's 2d10. Yeah. Are you still
I guess I
alive?
should have gone for the stunning strike.
Are you still up?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just barely.
Are you
Okay.
already back?
Teddy? I will tell you, he's definitely looking like hurt. So it's not that you're not doing anything. You're definitely. It's almost like he's just like he had a moment of like, what the hell, and just happened to land a bunch on Janfire.
Do I think Janfire can survive a fireball?
No. He doesn't look that way.
I'll go for another stab.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Natural 1.
Okay. Nope. That does not hit.
Wow.
I stab Janfire and he dies. Anything goofy happens. I just don't hit it.
Yeah. No. You don't hit. You hit your.
I guess
Wait,
I'm gonna go.
Wait, here. You slash yourself for 4 damage.
Okay, thanks, Sarah.
You asked for that one.
You did, right?
You did.
Thank
He's
you.
gonna let you go.
Yeah, I fall over and I'm dead now.
Yeah.
Kefir steps over Teddy's corpse to heal Janfire.
I'm going to inspire Janfire.
Okay. Kyphira.
How hurt does Janfire look right now? And how far from me is Janfire?
It's definitely there.
I would say you're all about like within 10 feet of each other. You're pretty close.
Does Janfire look like he can survive another round?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So I'm gonna use my movement to like move over to where Janfire is.
Yep.
Just next to Janfire. Because I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have to find my dice again. How does 10 hit points feel?
Huh? Feels better than I did before.
Okay. I'm gonna burn my action. Wait. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna burn my action surge and I'm gonna heal one more time. At 2nd level. Eight more hit points.
Alright. Might be able to survive another round now.
Better do some damage next round. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Totally forgot I had a potion of superior healing I could have handed him. I feel like a moron. It's fine.
We only got that last game, so.
True, but I still feel like a moron for forgetting about it.
And you wouldn't have even had it if not for Teddy.
And how was... Oh, that's right. Teddy gave it to me because he couldn't identify it.
I was more kind of going like everyone else was going to leave, and then Teddy was still kind of exploring.
I like mine better.
She doesn't have a lot of good, like, spells. She's gonna ice knife again, because that's the best I got. So, she's gonna do... Nope. She goes to ice knife, and she flubs it up. She has the wrong word, she gets, like, spooked. So that's pretty much her turn. Oh, wait, can she do a thing on her bonus action? Not really. She needs, like, some kind of something. I think it's, Genfire.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do two unarmed attacks again.
Alright.
So the first one will be an 18.
That hits.
And so he'll get 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the next one will be a 16.
Yep.
And I'm also gonna, so that'll be 11 points of damage, and I'm gonna do the stunning strike. So you need
Okay.
to do a Constitution saving throw again.
13.
So he needed to roll 14, or he's stunned.
Okay. So he's stunned.
Yeah, he's stunned until the end of my next turn.
Alright. Teddy.
Uh, 26 to hit.
That hits.
13 damage. No, 12 damage. My bad. 12
Okay.
damage. Dagger, I suppose. 15 to hit.
That hits.
8 damage.
I mean, he's looking pretty hurt. Kyphira.
I'm going to attack him with a dagger.
Okay. Is it just a regular old dagger?
Yeah. Since he's stunned, do I get advantage on the turn? On the?
Oh, yeah, you do. I totally forgot about advantage.
Yeah.
I didn't, because that was a crappy roll.
Okay, alright.
That wasn't much better. Hold on. 13 to hit?
That does not hit.
Of course not. Alright, well, with my bonus action, I'm gonna attack with my other dagger.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yay. Okay.
Not that a dagger is, super. 4 damage.
Alright, Florin. Is just gonna use her quarterstaff. But she misses. Oh no, but she gets advantage. She also misses. She just missed, which is stupid. But, yeah, Janfire.
Alright, so let's see. So 21 to hit
That hits.
and 10 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
So I'm gonna like jab him and then kind of come around and almost parquet off from him and kick him in the back of his head.
Wow. Alright, well, you'd like... Oh, yeah, because you're little and he's pretty big. So you would like run
Yeah.
up him and you spin kick him in the head and he just... and falls. Okay, he falls, but the little the sigil that you created is still glowing.
I pour water on it.
It's
I was just gonna
still-
tell Teddy to pour water on it.
It's still glowing.
I pour more water on it.
It's still glowing.
Wait, Teddy, stop.
Oh, okay.
I cast Produce Flame and I touch it to the 2 sticks.
The
The
two
wooden
sticks
sticks.
start burning.
Now try dousing it.
And now I pour water on it.
It just keeps glowing.
For that. Gotta find it.
Would you like to think about it?
I don't want to set a little girl on fire.
Why?
No? Did you want to take a moment and roll for it, is what I'm saying.
Roll for it?
Do you want to
Sure.
think this? Do you want to
What am I
use
rolling?
some kind of intelligence to see if you can figure out what you need to do?
Sure.
You can roll Arcana or Religion.
They both suck. Wait. I'm just gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Eight.
It's not. And Florence, like, I feel like I should know this answer, but it's just this whole the devil thing just threw me off. But I feel like we're missing something. If only someone could come up with the answer by rolling an intelligence check using Arcana
Okay.
or Religion.
Ooh, wow. So I'll do a religion,
Yeah.
and I got a natural 19, and so
Yeah.
that's a 20.
Okay. You're like, wait a minute. This is dumb. It needs to be holy water. Duh.
It doesn't say anywhere on there about holy water.
It doesn't. It only says dousing touch.
No, that's why it took a little thinking to be like, why is this not working? It's a good thing Ginfire's smart.
Wow.
That was a lucky roll, is what it was.
I don't.
Okay, where does one get holy water?
I was gonna say I don't think we have holy water.
No, none of us have holy water. Unless Janfire has holy water. Janfire, do you have some holy water with you? By chance?
I'm trying to think if I can. I have a holy symbol.
Can
I
you use your holy
don't-
symbol to make holy water?
I don't think that's how it works, Kyphira.
I don't think so.
I'm a druid. What do you want?
I mean, there must be somebody around that we could just run. Who's the fastest?
Okay, Druid. Turn into a horse and make your way to the closest temple. And get us some holy water.
I want to hit you, but it makes sense, so I shouldn't. Did I happen to notice any temples on our way?
Yeah, no,
here?
there's a temple just outside of the graveyard because, you know, it kind of goes together, like you need a religion, so.
Yeah. Okay.
So you run over there, you horse over there, I don't care, but you.
Yeah, I'll horse over there.
They.
Me and Janfine will keep watch.
They
Yeah.
give you some holy water.
I try pouring a little bit more water on it just to see if it works.
I'm waiting for Teddy to pee on it.
None of us were a cleric.
No.
No, you've got two
No.
druids and a bard.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Teddy, a cleric. That's even one.
Kyphira runs
Anyways.
back and with the holy water. And
I just douse it.
okay. When you douse it, that's when the it becomes deactivated. And who's got the page with the story on it?
Teddy,
Is it in the
bag
bag
of
I do?
holding. Bag of holding.
Where'd you do with it?
I thought you took it from me.
No, I took the picture that you drew.
Oh, you took the picture I redrew?
Yeah.
Well, whoever has the thing, it's disintegrated, so it's not a real thing that you have anymore.
Oh, okay.
You go back to the house, I'm assuming. Sounds like a thing to do. You meet up with a guard who's like, oh, all those imps just vanished about a few minutes ago. Everyone's kind of, you know, jovial again. The lord and the lady come to you with the captain and say, thank you for helping us clear up this situation. And the captain says, I would like to give you these boots of the Winterlands. I only have the one pair, but
Yeah, don't give it to Kyphira. She'll just give them away.
let me just go through.
I've given people things that they should, in theory, be able to use. Like the ring of water breathing.
Yeah, you gave that to me.
Yeah, because Florin didn't eat it. I can turn into a crab.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other things that you gave away to other characters that are no longer in the party.
It's fine.
So he says these boots are furred boots, and if you wear them, you are resistant to cold damage. You ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow, and you can tolerate temperatures as low as negative 50 degrees.
Negative 50 degrees? That might be helpful eventually.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're being given these boots for a reason.
Well, it's actually just the thing. So, anyways.
It's because it's winter. It's because it's the winter thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is the little girl still there?
yeah, no, she's like dancing and stuff. She feels a lot better.
Can I ask her where she got that page from?
Oh, does it tell me?
Teddy's demon strikes.
No, I'm actually just curious where it came from. Are you not curious where it came from? How did this 6-year-old girl happen upon a page that summons imps?
I mean, yeah, no, I'm kind of curious, but again, it would just be hysterical if it was your demon.
I was just playing and like a little imp came up to me and was like, Here's a little story for you.
So the imp was already here?
Well, there are lots of imps here that work in our building, our house, but they're so I'm used to seeing them. I don't know.
They're just imps in your house?
Yeah, because they serve my mama and papa.
That doesn't seem great.
We don't usually talk to them, but they do kind of like, they're usually around. I mean, except for my brother, he's also kind of a, well, I don't know, he's a something. It's a whole different. They're not the same. I don't think it's the same.
I am very confused.
I'm a little like I'm trying to figure out from the thing how she. It just says that she. That Asmodeus sent minions to check on the little girl, and they kind of somehow he was able to tempt her with this story. And like as you're talking to her, the mom comes over and she's just like, "Thank you for helping our."
So I heard you have imps in your employ.
Yes, we do have imps in our employ.
How are you allowed to just have imps?
They work for my husband and I. They're
How does one go about acquiring imps for their employment? Because to be honest with you, it seems kind of suspicious.
I'm sure that it seems suspicious to the unenlightened. However, our pact, we. Oh wait, no, there is a thing. Hold on.
Oh, are they warlocks? I don't know. That doesn't even seem like something warlocks would do.
As part of our patronage and devotion to Morphe, it's one of those things that we're able to have, and they are very tightly constrained. It's just one of the things that happens when you're noble, and they help us kind of keep the house in order.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, it's actually quite late, so thank you for saving us, and I hope that your adventure.
The next time I meet any like demons or something, I'll have to ask about getting some imps.
No.
For my employment.
You should definitely, if that's a thing you're into. And, the guards, whatever, they're all they lure you out of the house and you wander back down to the tavern and that's it. You go to bed.
What were those boots called?
Boots of the Winterland.
Should I just put them? Should they just go in the bag of holding?
Sure. I wrote down what they did too. Just so you know.
Into the bag.
Now I'm gonna need another long rest.
Well, we went back to the
nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're going back to the end. There you go.
Here, make sure to take this ring of water breathing. Janfire. Just
Like-
in case.
Do it.
Just in case.
I feel like Janfire needs like the I don't know what. You can't
We
really
don't know if
use
he
a
can
lot of stuff because you're a
swim.
monk. You get your natural armor or something, right?
Right. Well, if I put armor on, then I lose all kinds of abilities.
Right.
Okay, but a ring of water breathing doesn't count. It's a ring.
No, yeah, no.
No.
That was not related to the ring.
I need some like something that's enchanted. Is really what I need.
Didn't you get?
Hey, you know what would have been like really helpful? This one time we got this book that would increase your dexterity by 2 points.
Look, we don't need you raiding the Necromonicon.
That wasn't it. We got a book that increased somebody's dexterity by 2 points,
Did I give
and
that
you
to
gave
someone?
it to Zimia.
What'd you
I
do with
did.
the bracers?
What bracers?
I still have them, but we hadn't checked them out yet.
Yeah, we haven't checked them out yet
Oh, okay.
because all the shops were closed.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Okay. Well.
I have them written down.
Okay.
But anyway, Janfire, wouldn't it have been nice to have your dexterity increased by 2 points?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that would be nice, but Kyphira gave that magical item away.
I. Hmm.
Yes, Sarah, you gave us a book that did that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
And I gave it to Zimmer.
That I remember. I do
Yeah.
remember that. I also remember another monk thing that I came up with that I'm not going to talk about. So there you go.
Oh, what? You what? What? You're giving Tyler all kinds of stuff, but nobody else gets anything? This is
You've
good.
gotten plenty.
You
What?
have magical things.
Yeah, but what's the point in using them? I don't have any purpose in using them. I have the bright torch, which I use all the time because it's handy.
You have the Bandor.
You have the
which you use
Bandor.
all the time.
Oh yeah, I use the Bandor all the time. That's, of
Don't
course I
you
do,
also
but it's
have a
not like
couple
it helps.
capes? Don't you have some capes?
I have the displacer cloak.
I thought there was another one.
Yeah, I also have the cloak of elven kind,
Yeah, see, you have things. It's not like you don't have things.
and I have the cloak of the manta ray,
Right?
which I'm gonna use to
What
let
does
me
that
breathe
one do?
underwater. So yes, we have all kinds of magical items, but we don't always have a use for them. They're kind of like situational items.
So
I
your
feel like
face.
magical items aren't always like.
Right.
Well, I feel like
A
having a
situation.
+2 increase to anyone's dexterity stat would have been helpful.
Mm. Well,
Fine.
anyways, yeah, that was our game. Thanks for watching.